Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens twice a week. We're two old guys who play old games.
Yeah.
And eat fast food.
Can we eat these? Because I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's eat them. That's why I was like, let's start. Let's go tear into those.
So you're Tyler. I'm Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler has a beard. I have glasses. And
I also have glasses, but very rarely.
also joining us today is Chester Cheetah in the form of a chicken fries box. So I'm going to go ahead and open this bad boy up because I can't wait, obviously. I'm going to pull one of these out.
They look appetizing.
All right. Tyler.
I'm going to pick this L.
I like it. Before you take a bite into this, I have to warn you. How's it smell?
Burnt.
Yeah. I have to warn you. These are dangerously cheesy.
Okay. These have been in my butt.
I did. Tyler, we're going to play Russian roulette chicken fries. One of these has been up my butt.
I didn't want to compromise the integrity of the crispiness.
Yeah.
So a very dryly lubricated.
Yeah. No, did you see how excited? Did you see how my eyes lit up when you pulled out the L-shaped chicken fry?
It was like a game of Operation. Just don't touch the sides.
It's L-shaped because I didn't want to lose it up in there. That's the end. You're holding on to the end I held on to.
Got the best one.
Yeah. All right. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I think I just got regular chicken fries.
This tastes no different to me. Yeah, at all.
No.
Okay. I'm getting a little cheese on the back end, but
A little bit.
yeah. This is if this is what it normally is, this is a straight rip off. Hand you the rest of those.
I'll go ahead and eat them.
As I had Jimmy John's on the way home.
Man, I'm hungry. I'll eat these. They're a little burnt. They're not great, but I will eat them.
They're not.
They are not going to waste. So when I went to order them, I was concerned they wouldn't have them because I definitely wanted to eat them for the show.
I wanted you to be outraged. Like, I was told Tuesday you would have them.
No, I would have. I would have been outraged. I would have been the guy they talk about for weeks. You remember when that nerdy guy got really mad we didn't have those chicken fries?
I already gave the guy from Wendy's a ride. Like, you don't fuck with that guy.
How great would it be if the guy from Wendy's was actually working at Burger King just long enough for me to go through and get these chicken fries?
Hey, man, no, moonlight here. It's good.
Don't tell my boss. When I ordered them, so I pulled up to the drive-thru and I said, "Hey, let me get those Cheetos chicken fries." And then the woman said, "One moment." I was like, "Oh, fuck. They do not have them. I'm about to have to get World Star Hip Hop up in this fucking Burger King." And
start yelling Dragon Ball Z taunts like that one lady who didn't get her McNuggets.
yeah. Link in the
Bitch,
show
I'm
notes.
over 9,000.
So she eventually came back and she said, "Did you want to get those chicken fries?" She said it just like that. And I was like, for a moment, I wanted to be like, no? What's? I don't know if I was the first person to ever order them or.
I bet you were. I mean, no, I can imagine everyone else is like just watching when's that drop date on them fries at Burger King?
That's literally, yeah.
On their calendar, got Google Alerts set.
Oh, here comes that red Celica. I see him. He's coming
He's
for him.
ready.
Do you think they were really disappointed when I only ordered one box?
They probably expected, oh man, throw 100 in the fryer. This fucker is ready. Do they have ads up like around the restaurant?
They had one ad on the menu.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna get those.
No one's getting these. And I wouldn't recommend them, honestly.
Yeah, no, those are not great.
No, they're not. But, I mean, I had to eat them. I'm not going to let them go to waste.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the woman like didn't know how to cook them. Like, are these... I don't want to over-fry a Cheeto. What do we do here? But, yeah, no, not
Maybe
good.
she thought they were literally Cheetos.
Except the jalapeno cheese fries and those cheese fries. I don't think as good as the original.
Chicken fries?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Chicken fries. You
We
got something else there.
Yeah, we got a package under this chicken fries bag. This is a package from Douglas.
Yeah. Douglas sends good shit.
He does send good shit. He did say specifically that he hoped that it didn't leak. And also, this box, I'm going to pass it over. I want you to feel how heavy it is.
Got some weightage. Yeah, it does. Shit. That is the heaviest package we have by far.
Here, let me give you the knife. You can open this one. Did you read the side of the box? This is in a Funko Pop Marvel Captain America masked 6-piece per case box. So do you think it's just 6 Captain America vinyl pops?
So. If so, those are some fucking heavy ass vinyl pops.
He also said there's a game in there, but we shouldn't feel obligated to play it.
Oh, here a PS2, The Warriors.
It's the Warriors. Remember we were talking about that.
I've never seen this movie.
I know. I've seen enough of it. I hear it's really good.
I mean,
Nikki loves it.
Rockstar made this game, so it can't be too bad, right?
Micah said it's good. Micah said he played it and it's good.
Okay. We'll add it to the list.
Is it a 2-player game?
Expedited.
How did I not hear about this game?
It
does. It has a 2-player co-op mode.
There's an empty priority mail envelope in the bag.
That's it? It's just an envelope?
Here's something in the bottom, but I came across an attached letter. Oh, there's an exclamation point at this one.
An exclamation...
Motherfucking TADPOG!
Oh, I got you.
It's Doug from the Better Made Factory again.
What's up, Doug?
Sorry for no Better Made. They have hot chips. Okay. But I was trying not to crush anything in my small but girthy package. Yeah. Here's the gift of pop or soda from Michigan, Fago. Yes, I know it's all the stuff ICP sprays everywhere, but it was around long before that and pretty tasty. Also, if you don't like it, you can spray it around the TADPOG blanket fort and pretend you're at a very disturbing concert.
Are you ready to do that?
Yep. For the record, I like the group, but stay away from the concerts. Yeah, that's the safest thing to do. Mm-hmm. I also sent a copy of The Warriors for PS2. Not sure it's worth a damn or not, but at least you guys could be the guinea pig for the TADPOG Nation. As always, you don't have to play it for the show, but enjoy it as my gift. Thank you for applying no pressure.
It's very nice. We are not used to that.
Nope. Finally, since I don't like the sound of my own voice, here's a TADPOG PSA for Dave to read on the air.
Oh, okay. Did you spoil it for yourself? Did you read ahead?
I did not.
Oh, wow.
I would have had to speed read that.
This is a paragraph. Let me finish this chicken fry and cleanse my palate with this. You guessed it. Ultra Black Monster Energy drink.
I'm going to drink this LIT. So,
you know what? If I didn't have to drive here, I would totally be drunk right now.
they're pretty good.
Yeah. If I didn't have to worry about getting home, I'd ask for an LIT.
Oh, and I would give you one. It would be good. Drunk in the blanket fort, like real teenagers.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It would be pretty cool. We could listen to Alanis Morissette and yell at our moms. It's Jagged Little Pill!
These pizza rolls are cold.
We are angry about 2 different things. All right. Here's my PSA that these are not my own thoughts. Just in case I just read some hate speech.
The words expressed are strictly opinion and not beliefs of the TADPOG Nation.
Thank you.
Dave in no way incorporates his voice into his own opinion.
Friends, I know I have been on the air before to ask for aid for our friends Tyler and Dave, but now the situation is indeed critical. Your help with Patreon has been timely, but now is the time to truly make a difference. There are shirts, people. Shirts featuring your favorite podcasters. It is imperative you not only buy these shirts, but also wear them. These shirts have two purposes. One is to help out our brothers, Tyler and Dave, financially. Thank you. The second is to advertise. That's right. Wear these high-quality shirts proudly and let the world know of the brilliance that is Tadpog. If you can reach just one person, the audience will grow, and the support the show so critically needs will continue. So please.
So critically,
I know.
no one listens to these assholes.
Douglas is very worried about us, and I think it's very...
Tyler just got a divorce, and I'm afraid he's going to be homeless. Please get to the Patreon.
Dave sounds like he's on his last fucking nerve.
Dave is inches away from a heart attack. Please do something.
They're in critical condition.
If he drinks too many Monster energy drinks and someone brings up the Mario timeline, Dave will die.
Dave will transform into Guy Fieri. We are on the verge of a full metamorphosis.
Is that your special Pokemon evolution?
Hey guys!
Because there's what I'm looking forward to I'll bring that back for your time.
Okay. Douglas, you're sweet. I love you, man. So please help these gentlemen pursue their true calling to make video game podcasts that talk about dicks and buttholes. Unless you're a monster, you don't want to be. Sorry, I was taken aback by that. Unless I thought maybe I was being called a monster for a moment. Unless you're a monster, you don't want that bee-filled gun in Dave's mouth. You're not a monster, are you? So please. Help before it's too late.
The price of Evie been through the fucking roof.
I fucking love it. Yeah, I can't afford the bees to load my bee gun with, so we do need more Patreon supporters. That's patreon.com/tadpog. He says, seriously, much love to you guys. Signed, Doug from Better Made. Doug, you are an awesome listener.
A prince among men. Thank you.
You truly are. Thank you.
So,
there's more stuff. Oh, right, the Faygo.
The Faygo. This first one, Faygo Red Pop. So this appears to be strawberry flavored Faygo.
All right.
I'll set that over here.
You know what that looks like from here? That looks like a Big K drink.
It does, absolutely.
I don't know if everyone listening is familiar with a Big K drink, but
they're gross.
But they're gross. That's what they look like.
Here's a Faygo Rock and Rye. What?
Rock and Rye?
Yeah. Cream soda. Okay.
So, do you think Faygo just took a stand and they're like, we are not going to modernize our bottles? They were fine in 1979 and they're fine now. Because these are very retro. These are retro.
And here's Faygo cream soda. So I guess root beer. This is maybe Rock and Rye is root beer. Strawberry. What would you like to try first?
We got Neapolitan. I like it.
It's true. We can make a B-52 shot.
Well, let's start with the one we think is going to be the most gross.
Okay, since I don't know what it is.
Rock and Rye? Yeah. What if this is the drink that... Whoa, that is bubbling up.
I caught it.
Dang. Then you are teasing that bottle. You are edging.
I know how to make it pop. How do you make a woman orgasm? You withhold. When she gets closer, you stop. And you wait. You withhold.
I missed that scene with Master Splinter. What is that?
It's from Louis.
Oh, okay.
Like he asked his grandpa how to have sex.
I missed that. I don't know how.
I don't know what this is. It tastes like
it's Rock and Rye.
It tastes like cream soda and something else.
Whiskey?
Might be good with that. I don't know. See, it tastes like cherry cream soda to me, maybe? I don't know.
It does kind of have like a red tint to it. This is a big 24 ounce.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Doug did not spare any fucking expense. Delicious. Oh man, you didn't say it was delicious, Rock and Rye. All right, let's try this shit. Oh yeah, this tastes like cream soda.
It's hard to identify.
All right.
Let's try the vanilla cream soda next.
This wasn't bad. This wasn't bad.
It's not bad. It'd be better cold.
It's artificially flavored creme cola. Is what it says.
Huh. Okay. I've forgotten that one got me a little bit. That one came on my hands.
You didn't withhold.
Yeah, I went right in.
You know, as gross as these... Well, I shouldn't say gross. But as disappointing as these Cheetos chicken fries were, I wish I'd have bought 2 more boxes. I'm fucking hungry.
Cream soda's okay.
Now, this is clear. This is clear like a Spryette.
Mm-hmm. Spryette.
And this is delicious vanilla cream soda. Mm-hmm. So that's what the deal is.
I think it's a little weak, but it's okay.
What's the Should I even look at the? Nope. Don't even look at the calories on that. Oh yeah. No. I like the rock and rye better. But I tell you, listeners, neither of them go down nearly as smooth as this Monster Ultra Black.
All right, I'm gonna try the Red Pop artificially flavored strawberry soda.
How is it?
That's okay. It's a little weak, but it's okay.
Pass it over. I feel like these should be in.
There are only 300 calories in this whole thing.
I feel like these should be in brown paper bags. The way that we're drinking them, we're like taking a swig and then passing it. Is this what real men do?
Yeah. Like King of the Hill would go to the alley and drink Faygo together.
Oh, we saved the grossest for last. Red Pop tastes like... Dude, this fucking tastes like Dimetap. Try this again and think about Dimetap when you sip it. That tastes like
I
medicine
can see that.
to me.
It's like watered down. Like you're almost at a Dimetap, so you put water in it and shake it up.
Yeah, you know. Nah, that's the grossest one. Actually, I think the Rock and Rye is actually
Rock and
pretty
Rye
good.
is probably the best one.
Yeah. And it's only 100 calories per serving, of which there are 3 in a bottle.
Yep.
Let me pass this one back to
I'm
you.
a little sniffly still, by the way.
We're sick. That's all right. That's why when I took a sip from the first bottle, I tried to like not touch my lips to it. And then I said, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, no. I noticed that. I was like, about to say, just put your mouth around it, Dave. It's fine.
Yeah. Just wrap those lips around there.
Or just may as well just embrace it, share the germs. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm starting to feel a little better, but say goodbye to that.
I'm on the downswing too, so I don't think you'll get anything.
I got to call in
At
sick
least not a cold.
and play the Warriors. I actually really am kind of excited about this game. I might actually be able to get Nikki to play a game. It's like,
Oh.
look, you know how you like that movie? They made a game.
Now if they only make like a TLC game, then she'd be good.
I
like,
know. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Why would that's an interesting choice that Rockstar would make a game based on a movie that came out a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Did they remake it?
Was the Warriors remade? I don't know.
Maybe. I feel like I heard something about it, but it could have just been, wrong.
Did they remake it as a Saturday morning cartoon show? The Real Warriors. So, do we say what we're going to talk about? What game we're going to talk
No,
about?
we have not.
We've been keeping everybody in suspense.
Yeah, I heard it was being asked on the Superfan group.
And I didn't answer because I thought that it might change. And I was correct.
Yeah, you were Sunday we discussed like what you want to do, and I looked through the list like what on here would Dave not be interested in playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Very considerate of you that you would want to choose a game on a TADPOG episode that you knew that I didn't want to play. That's
Yeah.
very nice. Very nice.
Your time is valuable. I don't want you to go back and do a game that we've already done an episode over. That'd be silly. We can't game like that anymore. So at first I was like, okay, Bonkers. Dave was no attached to that cartoon.
It's totally
There's
nuts.
a Bonkers game for Super Nintendo. And then I had a really shitty day yesterday. Mondays are the busiest days at work. And right before I was supposed to leave, so I was like, oh, we need more mashed potatoes. Make 40 more pounds of mashed potatoes.
Wait, is this a joke or is this for real?
This is what happened yesterday.
That is making mashed potatoes is your job. Like it sounds like
I make so much every day. Every day.
really.
Yeah.
I
They're popular. Because at work there's a retail station in the cafeteria where doctors, nurses, family who comes to visit their patients, where they eat. So that's all retail you can buy. And then we have essentially the back of the house, the tray line, where everything goes up to the patients. So I'll have to make a shit ton for the front and retail, and then a not as tasty version for tray line.
wait, a not as tasty version? Is that for real?
Yep, I have to. Well, because retail, you just need to make it good. So I can pour butter, salt, heavy,
I got you.
whole milk into it.
That you try to
all
do
day.
it healthier in tray line. Is
Yep,
that the deal?
yep, because people
that
have
goes to
dietary
patients
restrictions and stuff like that,
I gotcha.
yeah.
Well, you just taught me a little tip.
Yep, that's why hospital food isn't very good.
That makes sense. So what are we talking about? Like bonkers.
Yep.
Bonkers.
So I had to do that. So I got out like much later than I normally do, like way later. I was already getting out at the max time I normally do, and then I had to stay later. So I've never been at work that late. On the way home, I get pulled over for expired tags because I moved houses. So they sent my tax to, oh, here's how much it is, pay for your tags, to my other house, and it was not forwarded to me. So I got, So when I got home, I was like, I pulled up to play Bonkers and just stared at it. I said, no, I don't want to play Bonkers.
But you might have missed out on a really great game.
That's true. I mean, I'm going to do it.
I mean, it wasn't on IGN's top 100 SNES games, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad game.
It's true.
It might have just turned your day around right there. Been like, you know what? This Bonkers game was definitely better than an orgasm
good.
I should have given myself.
So instead today I was trying to think, like, what can I do? What have I played that we haven't talked about that Dave probably isn't interested in? And then it occurred to me, so I asked you and you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to play that.
I don't.
So today for TADPOG, we will be talking about Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I played a lot of this game when I was younger. When I was but a youth. But Dave, do you hear that?
I do hear that. I don't know if that train is a coming for you or for me. It's a TADPOG. This is your game.
Oh.
Would you prefer to read would you like to do a Tyler reads from Wikipedia?
I could do that.
I've got it pulled up. Here, let me just give it to you, and you can read it.
Blow Sean Miller's mind.
Is this a first?
If he's listening, it is. I think so.
How do you think the listeners
might
are going
not
to take
be.
this? Do you think I'll be run out of office?
Not well. They're going to be very pissed off. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, released as Mystic Quest Legend in PAL regions as Final Fantasy USA Mystic Quest. Fenaru Fantaji Uesu Mitsukusku Kusuto in Japan.
I feel like you nailed it.
Ooh. Is a role-playing video game for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
The game was released as a spin-off to Square's popular Final Fantasy series of video games. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was first released in North America in 1982 and marketed as a...
Whoa. Hold up. Did you say 1982?
1992.
1992,
Sorry.
okay.
1992.
I was about
They
to...
came out with it like, this is for the Super Nintendo.
Right?
You'll see it in about 9 years.
Exactly.
Hold on to it.
What is a Nintendo? Wait, you'll find that out in about 2 years. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. And the next one after that, it'll revolutionize everything. Don't worry about it.
Do I put this in my toaster? What do I do with this?
My name is Magus. I'm from the future. I'm a prophet here.
One of you will soon die.
The Dark Wind howls. And marketed as a simplified role-playing game designed for the entry-level player in an attempt to broaden the genre's appeal. The game's presentation is broadly similar to that of the main series, but it differed in the inclusion of action-adventure game elements.
Okay.
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was the first Final Fantasy released in Europe. In the game, you control a youth named Benjamin in his quest to save the world. His goal is to reclaim a set of stolen crystals that determine the state of the world's 4 elemental powers. Mm-hmm. The gameplay takes a departure from the main series in a variety of ways. I guess we can get into that. But
okay. I thought you did a good job.
Thank you. This game is, when they say a simplified RPG, like this is Fisher-Price's My First RPG.
I've always heard that.
It is dumbed way the fuck down.
I've heard that.
Oh, in every single way. In every way. The writing, the story, everything about it is just like...
How about the mechanics? Are those babied as well?
Yeah, because there's hardly any strategy to battles. It's just like... Fight, choose your target, fight, use your target. You can use magic if you want. You got a few spells, like 4 or 5, and then hit or cure.
That kind of seems, this probably isn't going to be received well by you or anybody listening. But that kind of seems what regular Final Fantasy turns into for me. Because what happens is I always just level myself up to max and then play the game.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, this game is boring and I don't have to think. It's probably because I've made it too easy on myself.
And this game is too easy from the start.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but we got this instead of Final Fantasy V.
Oh, so this game, Mystic Quest, blocked Final Fantasy V?
Yep.
Is that true?
Yep.
Oh, well, that kind of sucks,
I
I
guess they thought 5 was too challenging. I don't know, but yeah, we got this instead. And it is like, okay, because I remember in the American version of Final Fantasy VII, if you hit select, the little red arrows would appear over the exits
Right.
in any rooms.
Right, because look, I use those. I had to hit select in Final Fantasy VII because as beautiful as those like painted backgrounds were, it was very difficult for me to tell where entrances and exits were.
But not a thing in the Japanese games. There's not an option.
I have heard that, right?
Yeah, so that and then like not getting Final Fantasy V and getting this where I see the business decision making behind it also feels like a little bit of a fuck you. Like Americans just don't get RPGs. They're dumb fat Americans. Just send them this.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. I've heard this in the past as well, that Japanese developers in the 90s thought that North Americans and Europeans couldn't handle their RPGs. Now, a good friend of mine, Billy Mitchell, it was interesting because at the Arcade Expo, he mentioned going to Japan for the Microsoft Pac-Man tournament. And the challenge was to beat his score. And he said that he talked about the arcade industry over there for a minute and how it's actually not dead like it is here. It's not dead here, but I mean, it's actually like a viable, flourishing business in Japan. But he also talks about how they all sucked at at classic video games, which I thought was interesting because even in middle school, I heard about like, Final Fantasy 4/2 was really dumbed down for us Americans because they didn't think that we could handle it.
Yeah.
And then I heard the same thing about 6. I don't know if that's true. But anyway, I totally derailed your thought.
No, but you enforced it.
Good, great. I galvanized it with the faith and love of Billy Mitchell and within us all. Open your hearts, people.
Collector Billy Mitchell with the arcade domain. I get it. It's cool.
I don't have my domain abilities yet. I can't alter videotapes at the moment.
Also, every copy of
No, that one's so good.
Yeah,
finally.
it took me a second. Every copy of this game came with the guide, the player's guide included. So not only is it ridiculously
like a strategy
easy,
guide
in the instruction manual was a guide to beat the game. So they just gave it to all Americans, like made it incredibly basic. The storyline, the dialogue is terrible because it's like it was written for third graders. Like it is. I mean, I can see where this game is good. If I wanted to introduce Kenna when she's very little to RPGs, she could play this.
How little? Like, what do you think is what is the age? What is the minimum age for Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
2nd grade.
That's pretty young.
Second or third grade. Yep.
Okay. Do you feel like a 2nd or 3rd grader would enjoy this game?
Nowadays, it might be difficult because they've already played. It'd be hard to go back.
They're Destiny masters.
but quite possibly.
Yeah. And I don't mean masters of their own Destiny, but like the game Destiny. They're all like max level.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
In Call of Duty, it's fine.
Right.
360 no scopers.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't even know what I said. Get it in there early enough before they play anything else to get surprised. Like show them Seinfeld before any other
television.
Let them understand like the basics.
Right.
It's like this game is like if you go one step beyond it, you're gonna hate it. So I can't imagine like me playing. I played it in middle school. I beat it because I wanted to beat every Final Fantasy. But even then, it was just like this whole game is sort of like grinding, where it's like just mindlessly easy and walking through like no problem.
Is it a long game?
I don't remember it being very long. I couldn't tell you exactly how long it is, but you don't have to grind at all. Enemies are always easy, so you can just sit down and just play straight through. Most of the time, like you don't even have to use a potion. You find them everywhere.
It sounds like my kind of game, where I can just hoard items and not use them.
Yep.
Which I do in every Final Fantasy game. It really pains me when I have to use a Mega Elixir in a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
It really pains me when I have to do it.
Because you've got your cure spells, and usually you're way overpowered for everything that you fight. There are a few cool things about it. One, as you beat enemies, like in Final Fantasies, and the other Final Fantasies, if your hit points get low, your character will kneel or something like that.
Yeah.
The enemies have a mechanic like that in this game.
That's cool. So the
as
enemies appear wounded?
They usually have like 3 different stages as they get lower in hit points.
Why
which
is
I haven't
that
seen
not
that
carried
before.
over to any other
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's
Final Fantasy
that's
game?
a cool effect, but
Even like in modern ones, that's not something that you see.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I guess the Japanese designers thought that random encounters would be too much. So you can see all your enemies. They do not move. They're at a fixed point. So some of them will be off the beaten path that you can just avoid if you want to, and others will just be in a straight line where you have to walk up and talk to one, engage in a battle, and go, like that.
I like it when you can see your enemies.
I like that better too.
Although I do think it would be cool, like in Chrono Trigger, for example, you can see the enemies on the
Chrono Trigger and Lufia 2. The battle screen is very similar to the Lufia series.
Okay,
Because you're you're sort of behind, like a third person perspective behind the main character.
Okay,
And then where you just swing your axe and you'll see the enemies are sort of
they're
facing you in the foreground.
Right. Okay.
The max party is 2 people, so you get different partners throughout the game.
How many different characters are in the game?
I want to say 4 different partners you can get
Okay.
at any given point, depending on what crystal you're going after. You'll get a different partner.
So you can't choose. You're partnered up. The story
Yep.
partners you up with
right.
other characters.
Not even at the end. You just have to beat it with who you have.
Are any of them memorable?
Hmm.
Your hesitation says no.
Well, one was familiar to me because I really liked him, and I wanted to make a character in the same vein as this character in your Oriental Adventures game you were planning on running.
Okay, and when that was a game I was planning on running, the name of the game wasn't racist, but it is now.
Yep.
That's how long it's been. I don't know if
It might have been racist back then.
it might have been, but we never would have known. By the way, that reminds me, if Wizards of the Coast decided to like re-release Oriental Adventures for 5th edition, they could not what would they call it? They couldn't call it Oriental Adventures.
Asian Quest.
Asian
I
Quest.
don't know.
Somehow I don't think that would fly either.
Far East Expeditions.
What over-exaggerated Asian font would they use, do you think?
Oh, it looked like Asian characters, but rearranged to look like Western letters.
English letters, yeah. All right, enough of that.
Let's see.
Okay, I can't remember what character you were going to make in my Oriental Adventures game.
Ruben and I don't know what I remember his name in
He loves
Mystic
sandwiches.
Quest. Yeah, I love Rubens all the way around.
I do, I love
Ruben
Rubens
Studdard
too.
from American Idol. Ruben in this game, the Ruben Sandwich. Ruben Kincaid, the manager of the Partridge Family.
What?
Like, I love all the Rubens.
Whoa!
But, yeah, other than I enjoyed Ruben just because he was a character you got to go explore the volcano for the fire crystal. He had like a spiked mace that he used. Usually you'll get, some of them will give you the one thing is cool, there are action adventure elements because you can actually jump in this game. So there are like sort of jumping puzzles and moving things, and then you'll get 4 different weapons you can switch between that have different effects. Like once you get the axe, you can cut down trees, you get bombs, you can blow up walls.
So, do you use the axe in combat as well?
Yes.
Okay, so your main character, Benjamin, not to take you off of Ruben, just for 1 minute. So, in other Final Fantasy games, it's usually like, okay, well, this is Barrett. Barrett only uses guns. And that's always kind of bugged me a little bit, that every character kind of has like their own weapon and they cannot stray from that weapon.
Yeah.
It's kind of bothersome. Is in Mystic Quest, are weapons pretty much just interchangeable, or
you as the main character, basically the next one you're going to be a little bit stronger than the last one, and the next kind you get will be a little bit stronger than that one. So in battle, just use whatever the latest weapon is that you got.
I gotcha.
Although there are tactical advantages. If you fight plant enemies, use the axe, you'll do more damage.
that makes sense. That carried over to Final Fantasy 11.
If you're fighting flying enemies, use bombs, you'll do more damage.
Cool.
That's about it. All the other characters, you can't control your partner's equipment,
That kind of sucks.
and you can do them either manual or auto.
So,
you can only
meaning you can control them or they control themselves?
Right.
Kind of deal. Okay.
They're all locked into their weapons. Like Kaylee is the first person you get, has an axe, gives you their axe.
She sounds nice.
Tristram is this treasure hunter who wants to go get the claw, and the claw is effectively the hook shot.
Okay.
So then he uses throwing stars and then the claw. Reuben has the Morning Star mace, whatever that's called, and then Phoebe has bow and arrows.
Okay.
And the claw.
So they're memorable enough where you remember all
I remember
of
their
them. I mean, you
names.
remembered their names and their weapons.
I had to look up the first two. I did remember Reuben and Phoebe, though, because Phoebe is who
He's
you
from
have.
Friends.
Phoebe's
and
from
Reuben
Friends.
is from American Idol.
Reuben was my favorite character in the game, and Phoebe was just who you ended the game with. You have both of the partners twice in the course of the game.
Okay.
They're always stronger than you. Whenever you recruit them, they're always a higher level. Benjamin is basically always the which is different for being a main character. Usually the main character is the strongest.
Right.
Not so here.
Interesting. So what is the story just like as absolutely basic?
Yep.
Okay, as you said, like you just go and get the crystals.
Yep.
And
And there's
that's
even
it?
this Deus Ex Machina character who will show up and tell you, you do this to go to this point.
What's his name? Do you know? Do you
I cannot
remember?
remember.
What's he look like?
It looks. I remember him looking kind of genie-esque.
Okay.
A brown figure on a cloud, maybe something like that.
I was hoping it was Melchior from Trigger.
But let's see. Yeah, because you just go around and restoring the crystals, go through a dungeon that is very similar. Because you got to go to Windia to get the wind crystal, Fireberg for the fire crystal.
Fireberg?
Aquia-
Wait a minute. Fireberg? Really?
Fireberg.
Interesting. Okay, I'm sorry.
And then Aquia, I think, was the water. I don't remember the earth one.
Earthland,
Earthland. Dirtville.
West Dirtville.
Let's see.
Are there bosses in this game?
Yeah, each boss, basically before you get the crystal.
Okay. Are
And then a final boss.
Are they memorable, or are they pretty much just like elementals?
Basically elementals.
I gotcha.
I think, well, like the one in the fire temple in the volcano was like a red Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton, like the Firesaurus Rex or some shit like that. It's all incredibly basic. Some Final Fantasy elements, like you see the outline of a chocobo, you don't actually see one. But
Really?
there are there may be 6 or 7 weapons. There are 9 suits of armor that you just the next one you get is what you equip. So it's super dumbed down and very, very basic.
Okay, so I have a question for you, and this is about, since you brought up like iconic Final Fantasy tropes, like the chocobo. This isn't a trope, but something that's indicative of Final Fantasy is the music. How is the music in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
It's okay. It's not really inspired. I'll put it a few rungs below Final Fantasy IV. Like it's kind of like it's simple MIDI stuff.
That's a fucking high bar. Final Fantasy IV, I think, has some great music.
I do too, but I guess I'm just thinking of like the MIDI sound.
Oh, you're talking about like actual like
Yeah.
audio quality,
Right.
What about the actual songs themselves? Like, do you remember any of them?
I remember they were thematic. You know, like the fires, in the volcano made sense for the volcano. Nothing stuck with me though.
Nothing you would ever choose as a theme song for a character in a D&D game?
Exactly.
Okay,
And there's no track. There's nothing that like the Demon's Lab in Final Fantasy VI or anything like that. That's like so strongly stood out to me in the whole game.
No One-Winged Angel, anything like that? It's weird they didn't put
Which I
that
think
in
is
for kids.
overrated, but
Man, that's a great song. Dude, that is a great song. Really?
yeah, I'm just I guess I'm sort of being like Jacob, and that just like everyone bombarded me so hard with One-Winged Angel, just like, okay. It's like, okay, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. Okay, I get it. It's fine. Whatever.
One-Winged Angel is like 1,000 times better than Californication.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, it's no Dancing Mad.
Okay, I'm with you.
It's no Dancing Mad.
No, it is not.
But One-Winged Angel is still pretty fucking amazing. I haven't convinced you, huh? All right. I wonder how Billy Mitchell would feel
I guess
about
if I were to make a list of my favorite Final Fantasy tracks, like it might be in the top 30.
it. In the top 30?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't even name you 30 Final Fantasy tracks, let alone...
I mean, I'm including Final Fantasy 11. I'm including Tactics. I'm including everything in that.
All right. I see. I see how you're being. You're trying to get a rise out of me. It's working.
No. Let me tell you about the Mario timeline.
Dave, can I tell you about how all the Final Fantasy games are connected?
They are.
Through fan fiction.
And how the core game is Final Fantasy 13. How that's the most important one.
And then Square buckled and was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are right." It's all connected.
Yep.
Will this make you buy more games?
Fine, Final Fantasy VII Remake. But it's going to be actiony. Fuck you.
I want a demake. That's what I want. I want a Final Fantasy VII demake.
Have you seen the NES version?
I have not. Is that a thing?
Yep, it is. I watched Ryan play a few hours of it.
Is it any good?
It looks fucking hard as hell.
Really?
I mean, it is straight up. It is Final Fantasy VII done in Final Fantasy 1 style.
I don't want that. I want Final Fantasy VII in Final Fantasy 6 style. That's what I want.
I'd be down for that. But, this is straight up Final Fantasy 1 NES kind.
That's a hard game, by the way.
No.
I've never finished the first Final Fantasy NES version because the NES version is unforgiving.
Oh, and I think it's the best. It's the best one. I don't like indie remakes nearly as much. They're too easy.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it just but I enjoy it. God, I've gotten so close in the original Final Fantasy or the NES. I got to the last dungeon, and I would always run out at the end of the boss gauntlet before you get to the final boss.
You would die in the boss gauntlet?
Yep. Because you have to go through an incredibly difficult dungeon, fight the 4 fiends again, and then I would die between the 3rd and 4th one usually, and not be able to make it to chaos at the end. I would just run out of items, run out of magic, because it's spell slots instead of MP,
right.
So I would just straight up run out.
What was your team? What was your build?
Warrior, monk, black mage, white mage.
You only have 4.
Warrior, monk, black mage, white mage.
Oh, for some reason I thought you listed 5. My favorite thing about that game is actually being able to build your own party.
Yeah.
That's my and experimenting with, I never finished that game, but I got so much enjoyment out of what would happen if I went out with 4 white mages, that kind of thing. And then trying out all kinds of different combos and stuff like that.
I got about 3/4 of the way through it on an all warrior party.
Really?
Yep.
Warriors are they're pretty fucking badass.
It just,
Final Fantasy.
once I started getting very specialized armor, I'd have one powerful warrior and then just one super shitty one. So that's where the imbalance started to happen, and then I just kind of quit at that point.
Are there jobs or classes in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
Nope.
Everyone's just
Benjamin is just hero.
Class, Benjamin.
I guess Kaylee must be a warrior, and Tristram is a thief. Ruben is a red mage, and Phoebe is I don't know, Phoebe's just badass. Phoebe's got her bow and arrow, powerful. She's got the most powerful spell in the game is Flare. She's the first one that learns it. Although this is something I didn't know until I was doing research on the game. The final boss is called the Dark King.
Okay.
And your most powerful spell that you have at that point for both Benjamin and Phoebe is Flare. And you can just flare him up until he dies. That's about 2,000 points of damage. But if you cast Cure on him, it does 17,000 points of damage. And you can end it in 2 rounds.
So he's undead. What if you drop a Phoenix down on him?
I think there are Phoenix Downs. I don't know if you can die. You probably can't even die.
You don't know if you can die?
I don't know. I never did. I never came close. That's how easy this game is.
That is really fucking easy.
Yeah.
At no point in time where you worry that you might die?
Nope. You don't even have. You have a bar. A ticked off bar for health. You don't have numbers because that'd be too much for Americans. So you just have the yellow health gauge that goes down red.
Have you played Final Fantasy V?
Yep, I've beaten Final Fantasy V.
You beat it, so I assume that you thought it was good?
It's okay. I beat it because I wanted to beat it. I thought the story was uninspired. I think Death X is a horrible villain.
That's the one with Bart's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, Bart's and his
Chocobo.
Okay, it's been a long time, and I blazed through it quickly.
I think that's 5. I might be wrong. I started it.
Because Gilgamesh is a big reoccurring enemy in that one.
Sure. So I guess my big question is, would you rather have had 5 or...
I want to say maybe Bart's is 2, the original 2. I can't remember.
I haven't played that one, so I don't think so.
I don't really remember any characters in it besides Death X and Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
I kind of think it wasn't... I also think it wasn't a very good one, so them not sending it to us is okay.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Would you rather have had 5 or Mystic Quest? If you could only have one, which one do you want?
I guess I would rather have 5.
Really?
Yeah.
So even though you didn't really
And 5 is
enjoy
hard.
5,
5 is very hard. It has the huge you go off the path a little bit to find like the secret bosses that are incredibly difficult.
Of course, it's hard. I mean, it didn't come out in North America, right?
Yeah,
So I mean,
that's true.
and I don't know when it was released. Was the first time it was released on that PlayStation
I
collection?
think so. Yep.
I don't know what then that's where I played it. And I don't know if they dumbed it down any or if it was just localized.
I didn't want to spend that much time on it, so I tried that stuff once, and I was like, I don't care that much, and I just beat it.
And that's probably, honestly, it's probably why, that's one of the reasons why you probably thought it was as difficult as you did.
Yeah.
Because like other Final Fantasy games, I really do legitimately think like the more time you put into a Final Fantasy game, the easier it is.
Yeah, and then because I played through Final Fantasy V like you played through Mario RPG the first time. Like I just sat down and I plowed through it, not caring. Oh, and this Mystic Quest, the layout is like Super Mario Brothers. Like it's not an open.
What do you mean?
It's not an open world you explore.
Like
the map is out and there are little dots, and you'll choose your path to walk immediately to one dot to the other dot to the other dot.
Okay.
So it takes away the open world.
There's no exploration.
Nope, none at all. You just go from one level to the other.
Hey, they brought that back in Final Fantasy 13.
Yep.
All right, next.
I think it might be even more dumbed down in Final Fantasy 13
It's very dumbed down. in
until
Final
you
Fantasy
get down to
13.
the surface or whatever.
know.
But
Oh, you know what? I'm going to actually have to finish that game someday.
it definitely was not great. I'm not gonna make any bones about that. But I don't think it's as awful as people say it is. Like I enjoyed parts of the story, but yeah, it's not very good.
Are you excited about, well, did you play 12? Did you play Final Fantasy 12?
I started to, and I did not like the first dungeon I got to, and I put it down.
Oh, that's right.
I was still very much in a phase of if it wasn't a certain particular kind of game or my expectations, I would quit very easily.
If it wasn't an H game, you're out.
Yeah.
I loved 12, and I think I'll pick up that HD remake. As much as like I'm such a sucker for that shit, because it's like I will buy HD remakes just for the sake of buying the game again. Like what kind of fucked up psychology is that? I still own the original Final Fantasy 12, but it's like I will buy it again. I will 100% absolutely buy it again.
I don't know where my copy is. I bought it like the week it came out. Played it, didn't like it.
I don't have that one. I have a bunch of your games, but I don't have that one.
I think I probably lent it to somebody and then I just never got it back. I had a lot of games like that.
I have all of your games in an Avon bag in my closet.
As requested.
Yeah. I send you photographs with newspapers next to them so you can see the date. Do you have anything? I mean, what else is there for Mystic Quest?
And then at the end, your character just sails off on a ship to do more adventures.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Does Benjamin ever appear again in another game?
Not to my knowledge.
Like not in like Kingdom Hearts or something? That'd be cool. I feel like that would be a good place for Benjamin to like show up on a sailboat.
Just like gets off. Oh man, that was a long boat ride.
He's all haggard. He's like, I don't understand why I have hair under my arms. Help me.
Because they're trying to be funny. Like whenever people will just like talk to Benjamin and then just like rudely leave, and he does this shrugging gesture, like, "What you gonna do?" Because like the overlord who gives you hints will just be, you go up and ask him, "What should I do?" Go get the earth crystal. See ya. And he runs away, and then Benjamin turns to the camera and just shrugs.
What do you think? What do you think about? I have a question for you. Have you seen You've seen the box art for this game?
Yep. Don't know why it's that.
It looks like it looks kind of like Freakazoid holding a dagger up in the sky. It's like, like what's the name of the precipice which Mufasa holds Simba up for the whole
Pride Rock?
to see? Is it Pride Rock?
I think so.
That's what it looks like. Freakazoid dressed up as an X-Man on top of Pride Rock.
Or a blue Ultraman holding up.
With a letter opener that's gleaming that forms the arm of the Q in Quest.
What is Bilbo's sword?
Sting?
Sting. Well, he's holding up Sting when orcs are around, just like on top of Pride Rock.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
This blade will let me know if my uncle's going to try to kill me. Oh, yep, he is.
Because I mean, it's if you're gonna get enjoyment out of it, it's very niche, whatever.
We're not pretentious. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Actually, we're very pretentious.
know.
So we should probably look it up.
Yep. Other than that, I don't have much to say about it. Like it's now, if you're a fan of RPGs, don't waste your time.
Don't go back to it?
No, you're not going to enjoy it.
This is available on the Virtual Console, though, Tyler.
There's a lot of shit available in the Virtual Console.
I could buy it on the Virtual Console.
For how much?
I don't know.
Probably $9.99. It's way too fucking much.
How much would you pay for this game?
$3.99.
$3.99?
Yep.
I have a feeling we're going to have a little segment.
To play through with Kenna when she's in second grade.
I think that you should actually do that. I do.
And it is perfectly suited for that. 100%. It was released way earlier than it should have been.
Do you have any achievements for this game?
I do. I've got you found a potion. You unlock that by finding a potion. And then you equipped armor. You unlock that when you equip some armor.
Are these actually things that the game says? I hope it is.
It's no. But like that would be the kind of achievements this game would fucking have. So
what kind of enemies are there in the game?
you American can learn to read.
Do you have any more achievements?
No. I mean I keep going with that. Like you threw a bomb. You threw a bomb.
I have one achievement.
Okay.
I haven't played this game, mind you, but my achievement is called Private Benjamin. And in order to unlock Private Benjamin, you have to defeat an enemy soldier. I don't. Are there?
Sure.
Are there enemies in this game?
There are. They're your very standard like birds, jellies, orcs, skeletons.
I have a second achievement, Tyler. It's called Benjamin Button. In order to unlock Benjamin Button, you have to have played this game once in your childhood, and then when you're about to die, when you have like 20 hours of your life left, you play it.
Mystic Quest.
Yeah. And then you unlock Benjamin Button. And then Brad Pitt shows up to the hospital. He doesn't want to play it because he doesn't know anything about video games, I assume.
Or he's like, man, that's some kid shit. That's
Yeah,
a baby game.
that's a baby
Fuck
game.
That.
I'm glad you're dying, he says.
And then I'm eternally youthful Brad Pitt.
And then you unlock the achievement. You got yelled at by Brad Pitt. Who knew you would die before Brad Pitt?
Oh, we're all gonna die before Brad Pitt.
He is immortal. Tyler.
I saw Interview with the Vampire.
Who do you think will die first? Brad Pitt or Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman.
You think so?
Gary Oldman's too good to last much longer.
This got dark.
I know.
This got darker than I wanted to get.
No, all our good,
I shouldn't answer
all
that
our really
question.
good ones go early. So yeah, Gary Oldman.
Well, he's a vampire, so I was hoping that maybe
Someone's gonna hunt him down.
fucking Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman will want to take his quickening, so he's gonna kill Gary Oldman.
Hugh Jackman's done with Wolverine, so what else has he got to do?
Well, he's doing one more, isn't he? And then he's done.
Well, that's already done.
Oh, so yeah, then he is done.
yeah.
Okay.
Tyler.
Oh, I hate all this money.
Yeah. Well, there's like he do a video of him like shaving the mutton chops off.
No. Oh, I didn't see that.
I'll post it in the show notes if I can find it.
I've seen his workout routine, and I know getting that physique is like brutal. I can understand like.
What's he do?
Oh,
He fucks like 12 women.
and they find like really tight ones, so he's got to push it in real hard.
Oh man.
and then they pay him for it.
You know how sometimes the things we say don't make sense? That was one of those
Hugh
times.
Jackman has to be Wolverine. Bring me the tightest vaginas for him to fuck so that he may properly be Wolverine.
It's in the contract. You know how Wolverine gets his healing factor, right?
Yes, Hyman's.
From Hyman's.
Second podcast we brought up Hyman's.
Yeah, I know. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard, what kind of beard would you give it?
It would be the wispiest of peach fuzz mustaches
Just a peach fuzz
for the earliest
mustache?
of puberty.
Oh, okay. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, would it be of a glass full of LIT?
No.
Oh, no?
It would be the kind of glasses that babies wear where it's just like strapped to their head.
Oh, I know.
So
Oh,
strapped
poor
on
babies.
baby glasses.
Poor babies. Okay. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have another question for you. If you were to buy this game on Amazon Tyler, how much do you think you would pay for it used on Amazon? Hint.
I'm betting the PAL version is a lot more expensive, but this version, because I borrowed this from Ashley Shake, and I had already played
Cockmaster.
Final
Ashley
Fantasy 4 and 6 by the time I played this. So I was really like over it. So I'm going to say, I bet it didn't sell tremendously well. So I'll say $17.
$17. Would you like to lock that in? You gonna lock that in?
Yeah, sure.
Tyler.
That doesn't make me question anything at all.
Tyler, actual retail value of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest used on Amazon, this is for the Super Nintendo, at the time of this recording is, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
Did you give that game back to Shake? Or do you have it still?
I think I have it. I think it's over at Ryan's.
Tyler, right now you can buy that game used on Amazon for $399.97.
What?
I'm sure you could get it somewhere else a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
but that is the
still,
price on Amazon.
Damn. No one liked Mystic Quest.
You can get the Japanese import on Amazon for $66 if you're interested in
Shit.
that.
I can't imagine this did well in Japan.
I don't know. Well, it didn't come out in Japan, did it?
Oh, you're right. It did not.
Yeah. So it would just be Europe and North America.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. At that time.
Well, that's weird. Then why do they have a Japanese import of Mystic Quest?
Maybe it was much later.
Yeah, maybe it was. Or maybe this is a bootleg.
Japan was like, give us their dumb baby game. They can't have a Final Fantasy we don't have. We're not going to buy it, but release it.
Yeah. I feel like I accidentally just tricked us both. Because I was like, you can buy the Japanese version for $66. This game didn't come out in Japan. And we're both like, yeah, you're right. Must be these fucking Cheetos chicken fries.
We can take a call or two if you want.
Are we good on time?
Yeah, we're sitting about an hour, so we
All
take
right.
a call
Yeah,
or two.
let's get caught up a little bit. I'm sure we can get through 2 months of calls right now. Okay, here we go. Here is our first call. Hopefully Truncate Silence will take out the literal 40 seconds that it took for me to get to the bottom of the calls list.
Oh, man.
We have a lot of calls. This is from 651, and the call date is June 7th.
Motherfucking TADPOG, Cody here. Happy New Year's Eve 2018. I'm hoping that's pretty close.
Yeah.
But I was just calling to see if you guys had played the seminal classic NES game, late NES game called Bite.
Bite?
It's kind of like
It's a vampire game? Is Gary Oldman in
Ninja
it?
Gaiden ripoff, but it has like car sequences that are like Spy Hunter. It's got first-person shooter areas. If you haven't, I suggest looking it up and try to play it, or at least just try to watch it, because it's phenomenal. The story is just bananas and kind of stupid, which is great. I can't remember who it was made by, but I just watched the whole game, played a little bit of it, and it's fantastic. I'm just going to leave it with that. And have a good one. Good 2018. Bye.
I wish I had one of those New Year's horns that I could...
Happy New Year.
Bite? I've never heard of that.
Neither have I.
I think I misheard
Not
him.
remotely.
Because as the call was playing, I did a Google search for Bite NES, and a YouTube video for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out came up.
Is it Bite, B-I-T-E, Bite, B-Y-T-E, Bite, B-I-G-H-T?
I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this. Doppelganger Cody, let us know. Because I liked Spy Hunter, and that is one of the NES games that I recall fondly. My cousin had that one, and man, I was so bad at that game, and I still am. But that has like that has a spot in my heart.
Okay.
Spy Hunter, the arcade game, also, and also I'm not good at it. But it's one that I always wanted to be really good at. So maybe I'll Twitch stream not Bite but Spy Hunter. That'll be
pretty
my
good.
that'll be my game. That'll be what I get good at in life. Cody, thank you for calling. Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. Here is another voicemail. This is from 757.
What's up, TADPOG? Your beloved Adam.
Adam.
Just finished listening to, Emily's Away or something like that. I don't know. Enjoyed it. I had a good time listening to it. I've actually listened to probably 20 TADPOG episodes over the last week and a half.
How's your sanity?
Days off, I've basically been at the house, just backlog listening through the SNES library from probably about 15 down, number 15 down to 1. I'm not at 1 yet, but listen to a ton of them, and that'll be a separate call that I'll make sometime later this week when I have more time to collect my thoughts. But I was listening through the Instant Messenger game and thought about the first time that my dad ever confronted me about conversations I was having on the internet. Apparently, I got involved in some kind of chat message rooms through AOL, AIM, and I don't even know how I got in there, but I learned what age, sex, location meant, and all of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up sharing emails back and forth with this quote-unquote teenage girl in California. Who knows if she was a girl, if she was a teenager, if she lived in California.
Nope.
I didn't know any better, but it was fun to send dirty emails back and forth at age 15. I had no idea what I was doing, so I was probably like, yeah, you like this penis? I know you like this penis. And, you know.
That's how I dirty talk.
Yeah, that's how I dirty talk. That's how we talk to each other.
You like this penis?
What? Oh, you like this penis?
Yeah, oh, I do like that penis.
Not this. Well, I like that penis.
You like this chicken fry? You know where it's been? My gaping anus.
Stupid things like that. But I remember I would
Goatsy
finish
fry.
my email with...
That's actually Burger King's their next hit fast food, the goatsy fry.
Instead of the guy's hand turned apart, it's the king pushing it aside and crawling out of it with fries. The only Burger King goatsy fries.
I like to think that the box is actually, you've seen the chicken fry box.
Oh, man.
I like to think that actually the top is just a hole that's cut open and the chicken fries are sticking out of the gaping goatsy hole.
Oh, I cannot watch that video. I can't ever. I can't even look at a picture of it in ASCII. Like, that's how much it gets to me.
I know. I have witnessed you glimpsing Goatsy's photo stills.
Like, period, anything gaping. I cannot do it. I can watch so much shit on eFucked.
Yeah.
I was watching it the other day, and I did have to...
I wonder how Adam feels about his call being paused halfway through for a discussion about gaping buttholes. Hi, Adam.
That's why he called.
Hi. I hope you still listen, buddy.
I was watching a video on eFucked, and it was funny until I saw this one girl, and there was a miniature train underneath her, and she's naked, and you see her sort of squat down a little bit as the train drives by. And once the cargo flatbed trains get on, she, with incredible precision, starts to just shit onto the cargo train. I had to I started, I had to pause it and turn it off.
But that's not gaping. So you're not into gaping or
I guess
shit?
it was just the perfect, it was too precise.
It was like it was rehearsed. I like to think that that's what repulsed you. Yeah.
I need my scat porn to be organic.
You were just repulsed by the idea of take 38. And then a guy comes out, cleans the trade each time if there's a fuck up.
Gives her chicken fries.
How much shit does this woman have? All right, Adam, back to you, buddy. Back to you.
With the tag long and strong, because my last name is Long, and I remember writing that, and man, my dad was, in my opinion, was like a computer wizard at the time, because he went through the cookies or whatever and found a way to get into my email, or maybe they just set it up where they can read whatever emails I have, and printed one of these out, brought it in my room, sat on my bed while I was playing video games.
Oh, no.
so there's something I need to talk to you about. And I was like, okay.
Your
what's
game is
going on?
terrible.
I just remember my dad was like grilling me on this, and it was super embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end, my dad just looked at me and said, "Well, son, are you long and strong?" And I just remember, with all the shame that a 15-year-old boy could feel, I just shook my head no and said, "No, Dad."
Oh.
No. My dad said, "Maybe you'll think about that next time you do something like this." And left my room. And it was a scarring day for me.
Yeah.
Adam, but you should have just pulled it out right then and been like, "You tell me, bitch."
And maybe sex talk or computer stuff, anything like that. Or just make up a story. I don't know. I just love hearing your guys' voice. I love you, and I think I'm about to run out of time. So I'll call you back sometime later. Bye.
Thank you, Adam.
We love you too, Adam.
Good call.
Sorry we interrupted your call halfway through to talk about gaping buttholes and shitting on trains. Oh, man. Thank you for calling. I really do hope
Was
you
that
still
worth
listen.
3 months of waiting? I bet it was.
Do you want to take... Here's what's weird. I am genuinely curious if Adam still listens. And, like, there's no way we'll never know. We'll know, like, 3 months from now.
Yeah,
when we
we'll
get to
know
another
when
one
he
of his
stops
calls.
calling.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, scrolling through here. Let's see if I can find any other 757s. Yeah, here we go. All right. As of June 19th, he was still listening.
Okay.
So, all right. We have time for another one?
That's another one.
Here is a call from 614. Let's think really long and hard, long and strong about how we can interrupt this call with goatsy facts. Or if during this call another eFuck video just springs to mind, flag me down and I'll pause it.
Fucking TADPOG, : This is #1 SoundCloud fan Kyle.
What's up,
who
Kyle?
doesn't really listen on SoundCloud that much anymore. Anyway,
We get it.
I just finished up showering with your Dad Simulator. Sounds like a hilarious game, and it brought back a lot of memories of me sharing Dad. Called, you said you wanted to hear about us showering with our dad, so I want to let you know that I showered with my dad way too long. And I think I was about... I remember showering. It would be me, my brother, and my cousin. My brother is 3 years younger than me and my cousin.
At the same time in the shower? 3 kids and a daddy in the shower?
The supervisor for all this boy showering is just so unruly. So
He didn't say they were all boys, did he? It's very possible.
He said brother and cousin.
Well,
My cousin who's 40.
3 years younger than me. And the three of us would be in the shower. We'd have to shower together after he would come over and we'd all go outside and play. So imagine like a 9-year-old and like 2 6-year-olds just showering together. That was us. But then on a regular day...
Okay, so Dad's not in that shower.
No.
So now all of a sudden I feel less worried about Kyle's upbringing.
I've never showered with that many boys at the same time.
No, me either. But here's what's weird about this call is like I see myself because like here's what I see. I see a bad case of lazy daddy who just wants to get 3
Get
kids
in there.
just showered as fucking fast as possible. Like I could totally see me being
No,
like,
honey, they took showers. Get off my
they're
ass.
fine. Look, they're
I
clean.
cleaned them.
Smell them.
Hey, when my cousin wasn't over, my dad would always shower with me and my brother. So it would be me at like 10, like way too old, like 10, 11, like just unbelievably way too old.
Kyle, are you Japanese? Is this like a family bath kind of thing?
Communal bath.
We always shower with my dad and brother. Like, do you just have a giant shower? So it's like, may as well.
Maybe instead of family board game night, they just
Family
have
shower time.
family shower night.
And my dad and my brother. And we'd have to we had one of those shitty showers where it's like a tub shower.
Nope, that answers
So
that.
the water only came down on one side. So when we'd have to wash off the soap, we'd have to scoot past each other.
Oh no!
My dad's dick would be rubbing up on the back of my back as I scooted back.
Wiener
because the shower wasn't
bumping.
that big. So it happened every time. And as I got older, it just scooted. I could feel his dick cross across my back.
How long
lower and lower down until
Across your back? How long did you do this, and how tall is your dad?
Maybe Kyle's really short.
Really short.
Because at 10, I feel like my dad's wiener wouldn't be grazing my back. Was his dad on stilts?
Shower on stilts.
Eventually, I was like, okay, I got to take my own shower. Probably when I was like 12 or 13. Again, way too old. So, yeah.
You're never too old to shower by yourself.
Let me try to logically do this.
All right.
I imagine maybe
Professor Layton this for me.
maybe Kyle's dad, like when he was young, like I fell in the shower and had this scar. Maybe he fell in the shower and it traumatized him, so he wanted to make sure nothing happened to his kids. So that is my head fiction as to why Kyle showered with his dad until he was 12.
I could see that. I'm sticking with lazy daddy syndrome because like I could totally see like, man, I just think Kyle's dad had a lot to do. I think he had a lot to do, and showering was low on the priority list, and was just like, come on, everybody, get in, quick.
Get in here. Psh, okay.
Done. Everyone got soap? All right.
Walk around him. I don't care if his dick touches your back.
Right.
Walk around him. It's fine
Yeah, it's fine. Everyone could use a soapy rope wiener every now and then slapped across their back.
Fine, I'm in the shower too. Shut the fuck up. Just take a shower.
I didn't say he was a mean daddy. He's just a lazy
he's gotta
daddy.
be. He's gotta be really mean. He's gotta be I've got to get back to Matlock and just fucking shower off.
Fucking Matlock. Well, yeah, all right, I get it. Kyle, actually, I'm sure your daddy's probably pretty good, right?
Let us know.
All right. Well, the call's not over. There's 9 seconds left.
Going, yeah.
Let's see.
There would be that's the hard truth. My dad. I mean, I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Okay.
That's good.
That was very
Thank you,
good.
Kyle. That
Thanks
was
for
very
calling.
open, and we mocked you, and
But I don't.
It was good-natured.
Good-natured ribbing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. No, I didn't mean anything mean by it.
No. But thank you, Kyle, for your open and funny call.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
We'll end on that one.
That
End
was
on
a good
Daddy
one to end
showers.
on. Yeah. We had some good calls today.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to give us a call? 270-883-2555. Leave us a voicemail or a text message, and it'll be on the show because we don't vet these at all.
Nope, not at all.
They just come in and we just play them. We're lazy hosts. We're lazy daddy hosts. Yeah.
We are the Kyle's dad of podcasters.
Yeah. Come listen to our show. Let us rub our wieners on your back. I really tried to deliver that with a straight face. I couldn't. Let us
just lather it up and just drag it across your back.
Drag it. That's a good. Let us drag our soapy ropes across your back.
Thanks for listening. You can find the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. So don't miss the next episode. We'll be back for...
It'll be another Shit Monday. We talked about possibly doing either Primal Rage
let's do that one.
or Altered Beast.
We've talked enough about Primal Rage. I think we should do Primal Rage.
I've been wanting to do Primal Rage for a long time. And to me, I know it wasn't a Genesis exclusive, but to me, for some reason, Primal Rage is very much a Genesis game.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Probably because I assume didn't do well. And also I'm glad that you said SoundCloud, because this is something that I don't say enough on the show. People have contacted me, listeners have contacted me asking about where they can listen to old episodes. SoundCloud is the place to do that. You can go on our website and listen to all our old episodes. But SoundCloud, you're gonna have a much more enjoyable experience on SoundCloud.
That's basically why we have SoundCloud. It's for old episodes.
Yeah, we archive all our old shit there on SoundCloud, and we never really stress that.
Yeah.
So if you're curious, where can I listen to any episode prior to the most 30 recent? Go to SoundCloud and do it there. They have a SoundCloud app that you can download, and then you can just load up the playlists that I've made. I've got them broken down in years. So there's a TADPOG year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. They're not updated regularly, so like year 4 isn't current, but if you're looking for classic vinyl, that's where you can find it, SoundCloud.
It sucks that you can't download them. I don't know why SoundCloud does that. You can download them on a computer, but on mobile, you can exclusively stream.
I know, and it sucks. And I think it's a limitation of, this is me talking out of my ass, because I really don't know, but I think it's a limitation of mobile operating systems, aka Apple's iOS.
Okay. Because I've seen they have some very complicated workarounds where you can do it, but it's It's too complicated to fuck with.
It fucking sucks. So here's been my recommendation, because people have asked me if they don't want to stream the episodes on SoundCloud, what I would recommend. My recommendation would be download them either from our site or SoundCloud and then upload them to your phone.
It's a pain.
I know that's a
but
pain in the ass.
It sucks. There's no easy remedy to this.
The best case solution would be that we have all of our episodes available on our RSS feed, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't load 349 episodes on our feed, because what will happen is iTunes will go, nope, and our feed will stop updating in iTunes.
And we have to I feel like we keep having to make it smaller and smaller.
I tinker around with it. Anytime there's a problem with our feed, it is 80% of the time because we have too many episodes in our feed at a time. So I always try to push the envelope back, and if we've been okay for a couple months, I'll add a few more episodes to the feed in that range. But it almost always bites me in the ass, and then someone will say, "Hey, the episode didn't come in today. Why?" And I'm like, "Fuck! It's probably because I increased the number of episodes in the feed."
Because it's supposed to be 50, and then it became 40. I think now it's 30.
Now it's like 27, I think.
Oh man!
So
iTunes.
It is a limitation of iTunes. It 100% is a limitation of iTunes. I don't feel like any other podcatcher would have a problem handling that, but iTunes is the leading marketplace for podcasts, so we kind of have our nuts in a vice.
Yeah.
And
they don't have to care. So
No, absolutely not. They don't have to care.
Yeah. The next episode, Primal Rage. Let's see. If you want to help us out, like we just talked about iTunes, but it's the biggest place. So Feed the Beast. Go to iTunes, find TADPOG, give us a 5-star rating, write a review.
It does help. I know it may sound like it doesn't. It doesn't seem like it would, but it does.
And no one understands iTunes algorithm, but
no,
it's the best we can do. So please go do that. You can go to Amazon, like Doug said, buy a shirt.
Yes.
You can leave us a 5-star review there.
Thank you, Doug, again.
There is, of course, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. You can get in contact with us. Talk to us. Great. Do it. Calls. You mentioned calls.
Yep.
So if there's a game you want us to play, a guest host you want for an episode, I could drop that one. No one really requests guests for certain episodes.
It's been a while.
I think the only one was, I started doing that because in a 5-star review, Fish Lips J asked for Meg on Mario Paint, I believe.
I think that's right.
I think that's it. I started that, and that's like it.
People have asked for Miller, but just generally Miller.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Miller on a particular game.
Any particular episode, yeah.
Let's get Miller back.
Yeah, he's asked. He's been asking me. So.
Let's get Miller back. Here's really what I want to do. I really want to get Miller back for Final Fantasy XI, and I want to get Miller back for Final Fantasy XIV. And this is going to sound nuts, but I kind of want to play Final Fantasy XI again, just for a little bit. Because I don't think that I can...
He's the man with that. You can play that game 100% solo and never talk to another person.
That is weird, because that is like such a huge departure from what I remember when it was actually a new game.
Yeah.
But we can get into that when we actually talk about Final Fantasy XI. But I feel like I need a refresher, because I haven't been in that game for a fucking minute.
I quit. Shit. I think I started playing again in DC, and then I quit again. So it's been like since 2010, maybe.
They're doing some weird mobile version of it. So
I can't even imagine.
I'll have the information I have on that in the show notes if anybody's interested.
Perfect.
But when I heard about it, it was like, what? How are they going to do an MMO as a mobile game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good idea, but...
It is a good idea, but it'll be completely different, I'm sure, than what we're used to.
Yeah. So a game you want us to play, a guest host, or a Patreon request. Whatever you want, get in touch with us. And we promise we will get to that eventually.
Hey, I hope you like that little tangent about Miller and Final Fantasy XI. In the meantime, you can always find us on tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. Hey, do you want to see... I'm going to list a whole bunch of Rubens in the show notes. Go to tadpog.com and you can see all the fucking Rubens there. In the meantime, you can always find us on Facebook as well. We're at facebook.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. We are making a conscious effort to post more stuff on Facebook because honestly, I'm interested in your thoughts on a lot of stuff. We have wonderful listeners on Facebook who are engaged and like to talk. So I like that. I like seeing what you guys think, because I've had this conversation before with Time Lord Josh Edwards, and I've mentioned this on the podcast before. One of my favorite things about this show is our audience.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
I love doing calls. I know you love doing calls,
yes,
Tyler.
God, so much.
Not only because it's easy to do, but I like hearing from our listeners, and I like feeling like we have an open dialogue with our listeners. And I like that sense of community. So if you're on Facebook, if you've liked our page and you are commenting there, I, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. Thank you for doing that.
I spoke with Master of Coin Ryan Walters the other day, talking about how he thinks that's the strongest part of the show. Is how open we are personally and how we talk with the audience.
Well, good. I'm glad that it is that it's recognized. Well, you know where we don't really do that so much is on Twitter. I kid. I try to engage on Twitter, but it's kind of tough because I always try to talk as us. I always try to talk as like the show as an entity, and that makes it weird for me. So sometimes on Twitter, I just do a -D to let people know that it's me expressing my opinion and not you expressing your opinion or the show. But if you want to follow us on Twitter,
Hitler wasn't totally wrong. It's fine. Just say it. I'll go with it.
-T. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can. We are at @TADPOG_podcast. Call us if you want, 270-883-2555. Hey, did you enjoy this show? Do you want to join the ranks of wonderful listeners who are very fucking generous and open their wallets and donate so that we can continue doing this? If you would like to join their ranks, you can go to patreon.com/tadpog. Thank you very much to everybody who currently donates. I'd like to take a moment to thank people more specifically. Recently, Douglas from Better Made, a.k.a. the cool dude who sent us a fucking package full of Fago and the Warriors for PlayStation 2, I'd like to thank him for recently upping his pledge. I would like to thank Micah Purdue for recently updating his pledge. Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank Phil Hawkins for recently upping his pledge. Guys, I really appreciate it. And I think that you are awesome. And I love that this is a trend that's continuing. I also want to apologize that you have not got a bonus episode for the month of September. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety about that. I'm actually not kidding when I say that I am stressing out about our bonus episode. I want to get that to you fucking very, very soon.
Yeah.
Like the sooner we get that to you, the better I will feel.
Because Dragon Con and then illness and everything landing all right that time, I just pushed everything back. But
you did. And I don't want you to feel like we've forgotten about doing a bonus episode. You will get a bonus episode.
Yeah, because we're dedicated. Remember, last year we did one on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
is when we recorded and published one. So.
We're not. Yes, absolutely. We're committed to doing it, and I really, really, really want to do it. I want to get it to you. I want to, as a thank you for continuing to support our show. You deserve it.
And what, like, are $50 away from us going to the skeezy fantasy world doors?
About $56 away.
What lays?
But who's counting?
Beyond. If you want to send us anything like Douglas did, stuff to try, games to play, that puts it on a list for stuff we're going to try to get to sooner. So if you want to send us anything, please mail that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. We also have an Instagram, Tadpog_podcast. I've been working on that. There's some things up there. So I got to make sure you're not a robot or a psychopath. So send us a request, and I pretty much approve all of those. So
what if you're both psychopathic robot?
Now that's different. That's fine.
Okay.
Let's see. Our theme song is Moved by Sycamore Drive. The link to that track can be found in the show notes at tadpog.com. How you want to close this out, Dave?
Like a Benjamin.
Okay.
Like, how about Benjamin Franklin?
Okay, yeah.
Do you think that the main hero in Mystic Quest is actually a young Benjamin Franklin?
I do actually.
On his way, at the end of the game, he gets on a ship to sail to a whorehouse in France.
You took the words right out of my fucking mouth. Because I was like, I'm about to interrupt him. No, he's going. That's what I was going to say.
He's doing it. He's
That's
doing
what
it.
I was going to say.
He's going for the France whorehouse.
Okay. So until next time. Oh, tropical Capricorn.
You're a lusty. You're a lusty Franklin.
I've got lightning in my key. I wasn't president, but people think I was.
Well, you
Just like Steve Martin wasn't actually on Saturday Night Live. He was just frequently a host.
Steve Martin's also on Money.
Evil necromancer Benjamin Franklin.
I was about to say he sounds like he's Don Franklin from Final Fantasy VII. Who's about to butt fuck Cloud dressed as a woman.
Fine. Okay, I was looking for stuff to watch on Hulu.
Okay.
And
They have a lot of shit on Hulu.
I stumbled upon more shit than I thought. Stumbled upon Hoarders.
Yeah, okay.
And I was watching Hoarders. And what was I going to say? That the woman,
They probably found like a dead cat or something. They always find a dead cat.
there was a lot of fucked up shit. Oh, what was I going to think about this woman's house? Well, I saw I'll think of the other clip. There are two different things of Hoarders I saw.
Okay.
One was a woman who shit in Walmart bags, tied them off, and kept them in her house.
Yeah. Did it help her cast spells?
I mean, she was like a fecal mancer because it was everywhere.
Was she like, I collect these off of trains in my living room? I don't know who leaves
I
them
love this
there.
hobo brand. She would shit. The toilet didn't work, so she would shit in a bucket.
Yeah.
Walk like 6 steps outside and dump it out. And the guy, the therapist or whatever, was like, "Do you wash your hands afterward?" Well, no. And he went inside like her bowls that she would eat food out of, and there was like shit
No.
And whenever they
No.
when they convinced her finally,
No, you do not finish a sentence like that and say, and then. This isn't a fun fucking improv comedy thing we're doing.
Okay.
Yes, and?
poop bowls, period. Hard stop. So this won't be about eating shit. Then the therapist talks to her about like finally clearing everything out. She agrees. She's like, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Because tonight I'm going to eat all the spoiled food in my fridge.
What? She said it just like that?
Yeah. And they both, like the therapist and the organizer, both look at her like, no, why would you eat spoiled food? That's what you do. Like before you go on a diet, you have you splurge. Before you quit smoking, you smoke a whole pack. Before I have to do this, I just want to eat all my spoiled food.
Oh my God.
And the woman's like, oh.
And that woman died. that episode took a weird, dark turn.
Yeah. And the therapist clicks to her like, oh, you sort of fetishize eating poison. Like all of this thing. That's the point you've hit.
Right.
Yeah. Not washing your hands, spoiled food.
God, I feel bad getting so grossed out about that because I realize that's a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cool for me to be like, oh God, that's gross, but I can't fucking help it.
No, I mean it is. I mean it's a disorder because it is. It's not. I mean, we don't like shit for a reason. So,
Yeah.
So when you do, then yeah. So
Sometimes I get to watch that show. When I say get to watch it, so sometimes I'm forced to watch that show in the gym. There are several TVs lined up in front of all the cardio machines, all the cardio prisons. They have televisions set up in a row, and it's it seems like it's always Hoarders. That's going on. A show called My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That's usually
I've watched a few episodes, and that's weird. It's like a redneck culture show, but just like gypsy culture. So it's just kind of.
Well, I've seen the show because I'm forced to.
Yeah.
It's really I've sat there exercising and I've been this is how their ratings are high. I'm sure. It's just gyms across the world and it's just doctors' offices. It's just TVs that are just on for the sake of showing images of people. Like they're just on, just muted, and it's just the network executives. I'm sure, like, yeah, this is doing really well. I guess we'll just make more of this.
Was it the Crack podcast who talked about like back in the 80s and 90s, TV was just dessert? So people like,
I haven't heard this.
because I mean it was a while back. They talked about how now TV is dark and gritty, but back then TV was just. It was the essentially dessert. It was like mind-numbing, kind of stupid.
Passive.
Family Matters, yeah, just kind of like just shit to watch. People say, "Oh, don't watch TV; it rots your brain." It doesn't challenge you, doesn't make you think anything,
Right.
As opposed to like,
Which is ridiculous because I mean, television's it's a medium.
Yeah.
It's not a right.
but then as opposed to like, well, now like you have Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, like
Right.
TV that pushes the envelope and challenges.
My
and
Big Fat
fetching
Gypsy
ideas.
Wedding.
Yeah, but
Really just pushes
pushes the envelope.
issues.
So I think like if we have TV that is just dessert now,
Yeah.
it's that stuff. It's that common denominator where everybody will be kind of, or we like watching fucked up people. That's reality TV.
Yeah, it
that's
really is.
this TLC, like fascination with mental illness. Like you just like watching people that you're better than, and just that's the dessert.